Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Life in Colors 55. So today I'm going to explain how I'm going to switch to organic makeup, and I'm going to explain the reasons why I'm doing it, and hopefully you'll find this interesting. So I would say about, I don't know, even a month ago I didn't even care if my products were organic or not, or if they were, if they contained special chemicals or not. I really didn't mind. I think it was just a lack of information. My reasoning was the following. I thought, well, my grandma and my mom have used the same products as me for generations. What does it matter? It was good enough for them. Why would I be obsessed with something organic? It's probably just a fad. And then I started getting informed, and I read up a lot on it and figured out, well, no, actually it's not true. My grandmother's generation and my mother's generation have actually had an increase, a fourfold increase in hormonal problems, as well as breast cancer problems. And although there is no proven correlation yet between this increased incidence and the products that we're using, it is quite likely that there's maybe a link. So I was just, toying around with the idea, and then I started seeing things like this. So for example, in the newspaper today, no, that was like yesterday, toxic air kills 1,000 in 4 months. In another publication, something I really like to read, The Economist, 2 articles, back to back. First charges were brought in relation to investigations in the contamination of drinking water in Flint, Michigan, which has prompted a state of emergency in the city. Water that you can't drink from the tap, you think it's drinkable, but it's not, contaminated with chemicals. Another thing, 500 children who are sick in a school in China because apparently contamination of the school from chemical factories that used to be there. So it's not even chemical factories that are in operation now, it's chemical factories that used to be around that school, no longer in operation, and they're making 500 children sick. So I figure, well, we are surrounded by pollutants anyway, and chemicals all around us, in the air we breathe, in the water we drink, in the earth that we live on, like the soil around us from like past mistakes that previous generations have made. And why would we consciously add to this by putting products on our body that are compounding the problem? Now, the thing is, we have certain organs in our body that purify our blood and make sure that all the contaminants that we ingest or that we breathe in are eliminated from our system. So those organs, for example, are the liver or the kidneys, and they filter our blood. So that works for things that you eat, but if you actually put something on your skin, it doesn't get to your liver until much later, and things that you put on your skin are actually completely absorbed by your body, and then they go into your bloodstream directly without any kind of filter through your stomach, your liver, or your kidneys, or anything like that. So there is a case actually for beauty products being actually quite dangerous because they're directly in contact with your skin. So, you think, oh, who cares, a little bit of eyeliner, what is it, 1 centimeter? But really, when you think about it, we use tons of products, and there is currently a theory that there's a lot more thyroid problems, for example, among women, or lots more breast cancers among women, because men actually don't use all the products that we do. So I've, just for the sake of it, I've counted how many products I use every day. And I could not believe it. Like, on any given day, I might actually use 28 products. That is nuts. And I'm not doing anything special, really. Like, believe me, I'm looking for the list right now. The products that I use, so I've listed them chronologically. They range from toothpaste to shampoo to leave-in conditioner to, I don't know, I might use a little bit of lip balm, foundation, a powder on top, a body cream if my shins are a bit dry, or like really not like over the top stuff, like just normal basic everyday. I encourage you to actually also read the list of all the products that you use every day. Anywho, I can't find it, but 28 products I found. So I think the cumulated effect of all this is actually quite significant. And so, on top of all the other stuff that I showed you in the newspapers, that we cannot change the quality of the air unless you move to the countryside, and even then I'm not sure it would make a difference. But anyway, you can have no effect on that. There is no action that you can take that's going to make this better. But you can have an effect on what you put on your body, because that's your choice, that's what you choose to consume. So I figured, okay, so let's look into this. So the reason why these products are all full of bad crap is because the FDA, for example, regulates food and drugs. They don't care about cosmetic products. Cosmetic products are not classified as drugs, and so they are submitted to much less scrutiny than regular drugs. So, for example, if you say that something is a beauty cream, no control whatsoever. If you say that it's a medical cream, then you will have some sort of control on it. And the EU is starting to ban certain products or encourage companies not to use them, but really it's not the same. You can't just trust that companies or that the government is going to do something about the cosmetic products, because they're not there yet. They haven't actually started looking at this with any level of scrutiny that we would like them to. The other thing is to keep in mind is that companies are not charities. They're not in the business of looking out for your interests or looking out for your health. They're in the business of making money for their stakeholders. And so all the big ones, the ones that we found in the normal commerce, I'm not going to name names here, but all the normal brands that you see on TV or in the magazines or in Boots, basically they're all looking out for themselves. They're looking, how can I make this product as appealing as possible so that people will want to buy it, so that they spend a lot of money. And they're competing with each other for markets, for shares of market. So they don't really mind what kind of product they put in their, what kind of chemicals they put in their products, as long as it makes them sell. So if something makes you look prettier, or it makes your hair, I don't know, do this or that, or it makes their shampoo smell better or whatever, they will do it, regardless of the effect it will have on your health. So it actually is up to us to look out for our own health, and to make sure that we, maybe by creating a mass effect, will veer those companies towards options that are healthier for us. So I'm thinking, for example, that about 5-10 years ago, nobody cared about organic food, but the consumers have started getting fed up with all the scandals about food, and they started getting very, very conscious and very aware of what they're eating. And so this has moved the mainstream companies towards producing more organic food, more organic vegetables, more organic fruit, more organic meats. And so nowadays, organic is just run-of-the-mill, normal, mainstream. You can, you're buying a kilo of carrots, and you can choose to buy the normal ones or the organic ones, and nobody bats an eyelid. But for organic makeup, it's actually not mainstream yet, it's not normal yet. And so if we all collectively switch to organic makeup, and they start seeing their sales go down, and they ask people why, they will realize that they need to sell these kinds of products to us in order to stay in business. And if they see their interest in this, if they see that they can make money out of this, that's when they'll get interested. So my theory is it's a win-win basically. If you switch to organic, you're doing something good for yourself, and you're also doing something civic in a way for the rest of society and all the women out there who are not aware of this, because it will make more products come on the market that are organic and good for us and chemical free. So without further ado, let's look into this horrible list of all the products you should never ever have in your beauty products. So those are the main ones, and I'm still researching this. I'm just at the beginning, and I'm going to tell you what I found out, and it's really scary. So something you found in all shampoos, every single one of them, it's crazy. Sodium lauryl sulfate. It causes hair loss, which I think is super ironic because it's in all shampoos. And also, less funny, it impairs your nervous system and your cardiovascular function. Basically, it makes your nerves and your heart go a bit wonky. Triclosan is in all antibacterial soaps. Let me just be clear here. Nobody needs antibacterial soap unless they're like a doctor in a hospital. Antibacterial soap in everyday life is complete overkill. It creates basically bacteria that are resistant to being killed. Talc. There was recently a court case against Johnson & Johnson where the plaintiff won. This lady was using talc on her genital area for years, and she died of ovarian cancer, and her family sued and won. This is because talc in and of itself is already not great because it's so fine and the particles are so small. They get very easily into you, like you breathe them in, or they get into your system really easily. And oftentimes talc is contaminated with other substances like asbestos, and it is known to be an ovarian cancer carcinogen. So carcinogen means that it causes cancer. Another word that I'm going to use a lot is endocrine disruptor. This means that it messes up your hormonal system. So you might not be aware of what hormones are doing. Hormones are regulating your whole system, your whole body. Hormones are messengers that tell organs of the body what to do at what time. So if they are disrupted, so if they are messed up with, it will create genital deformities, man boobs, early puberty in children, obesity, like really nasty stuff. For example, a typical endocrine disruption is a thyroid problem, which causes you to be irritable, depressed, hair loss, weight gain, lots of bad things. So endocrine disruption is one word I'm going to use a lot, and carcinogen, which means cancer causing. Alright, next one you don't want in your products: DEA, TEA, MEA. They're all carcinogens. If you see those letters, stay away. Retinol palmitate may be a carcinogen and is a skin irritant. You don't want it anywhere near your products. Oxybenzone, also a carcinogen, endocrine disruptor. BHEA, BHT is toxic to your immune system, to your nervous system, to your respiratory system. It is an endocrine disruptor and a carcinogen. Do you remember at the beginning when I said much more women than men get thyroid problems or hormonal problems in general? That is because of the endocrine disruptor words that I'm using here that are causing this. Hydroquinone, possible carcinogen, causes arthritis also and skin discoloration. You get blue. It is found in skin whitening products. Anything petrolatum or petroleum-based ingredients, they are endocrine disruptors, carcinogens. Again, I sound like a broken record. Phenoxyethanol. So this one is oftentimes found in quote-unquote organic products that aren't. So you read all the ingredients and everything looks above board. It's like shea butter and olive oil this and caramel that, and then you get to phenoxyethanol and the whole house of cards crumbles. It is a reproductive toxin, so if you're trying to have a baby or you're pregnant, you should steer clear of that one. It causes brain and nervous system damage, and it's harmful to nursing mothers and to infants. So phenoxyethanol. So a cream might say paraben-free, phthalate-free. It still might have one of these, so you need to be reading the labels. So let's get to the big ones now, the ones that everybody's aware of. Parabens, they're endocrine disruptors and cause possible breast cancer. Phthalates, you'll find them under the acronyms BBP, DBP, DEHP. They're toxic to fetuses, so if you're pregnant, stay away from products with phthalates. They're a lung irritant and they cause cancer. Polyethylene glycol, which comes under the acronym PEG in your ingredient list. This one helps other chemicals get into your body. So basically, they're an usher. They open the door and everything nasty that's out there can come in more easily into your system. It is usually, this product, the PEG, is usually contaminated with heavy metals such as arsenic, lead, or nickel. And the last one that I'm aware of anyway at this rate, the list might grow and grow, but at the moment, this one is the last one that I'm aware of that is really bad for you at the moment. And it's BPA, which is found in all plastics that hold bottles, hold water, for example. So all your water bottles are made of plastic which contains BPA. BPA seeps into your food basically, or into your cream or into whatever it's holding, and it will create nasty effects on your brain. It will also have bad effects on the prostates and fetuses and children. Sometimes it's also called bisphenol A. So sorry to be ranting a little bit here, but I thought it would be really helpful to explain why it is a good option to be switching to organic. Now, another thing that's really bad for you is aluminum in your deodorant. And that is because aluminum will, the effect it has is it blocks your pores. And earlier when I was saying that you have organs in your body that are filtrating all the bad crap out of your system, one of these organs is your skin. If your skin is not able to sweat and the pores are blocked, basically all these bad things that are inside you are not able to get out. So it's very important that you're able to sweat. It's a natural function of your body. So on the heels of all this research that I've done, I've gone through my products and I was horrified because I like everything has something bad in it. So I had, I don't know, between 70 and 100 products in my bathroom and my vanity. So, you know, normal stuff that you would normally have, like one deodorant in advance, 1-2 shampoos in advance, in case you run out in the shower, you have another bottle, you know, sitting there. Maybe you know, I don't know, a few bars of soap. I had, I think, 3 or 4 blushes. A foundation, a mascara, you know, the usual stuff that we have, like nothing fancy, nothing over the top, I don't think anyway. But when you count them all and when you get rid of it all, you realize how much there is. Anywho, that's besides the point. So I went through and read every single label on these products, and I'm sad to say I found only 7 products that I could retain. Everything else I had to get rid of. So, as at the moment I'm the only person in my family who's aware of this, and believe me, I'm trying to convince the other ones. Well, I gave some of it to my mom and my sister and made them promise to read the articles that I'm sending them about organic makeup. So at the moment, most of my products are with my mom and my sister. Some of it I'm keeping just so, because you know, it's difficult to just like get rid of everything and not have anything, you know, like you can't go on Monday morning without makeup to the office because you haven't found a foundation yet. So I've kept a little bit of it, the bad chemical ridden products, because also I want to show you guys when I'm replacing, so I'm going to do lots of videos about this, you know, my new foundation, my new mascara, etc. And I want to show you the difference between these products. So I will, for example, keep my old mascara, get a new mascara, do a video and show you both on either eye, and then you can, you know, make an opinion about whether the product is any good and whether you'd feel good about buying it. So I think one thing that I was going, when I went into this exercise, I thought, oh, the products I'm going to get are going to be really crappy, and I didn't want to let go of my beloved products that I had taken so many years to find and select among like the immense variety out there. It had taken me so much effort to find those, and I was attached. But I'm finding now that I'm moving on to replacing them, it's actually a lot of fun to look into brands that you've never heard of before. You know, get the surprise of like, oh, is it going to be good or not? Like you get a package in the mail and it's full of goodies, and you're like, oh my god, it's so cool. You know, like you're getting excited because we're makeup addicts, and so so it's actually kind of nice to replace all of it. And the product quality is actually excellent. So I am finding it a lot easier now to let go of all this crap, because I'm replacing it with really good stuff, and my skin is so happy, guys. It is so relieved. My skin is thanking me every day. It's like, oh, glory, oh, you know, happiness. My skin is like thanking me every day. Anywho, I'm getting a bit carried away here. But let me show you the 7 products that I was able to keep, because it's quite interesting actually. They're mainstream stuff that I had no idea were organic. I just happened to have them in my cupboards. And those are the things that are actually good for you that I didn't know were good for me. First one is coconut oil, which I have been using on my hair to hydrate it, because I have crazy dry hair which frizzes a lot. And so I use this to do a mask the morning before I wash my hair. So for example, if I'm gonna have breakfast or something before I wash my hair and go to work, I will leave this on while I have breakfast. So for like half an hour or so, I have this on my hair, and then I wash it, and it's actually pretty brilliant. It is a really organic product. Going forward, now that I'm aware of all this stuff about BPA plastic and everything, I will not buy this brand anymore because it comes in plastic pot. So I've been starting to buy the coconut oil that comes in a glass, because glass is so much better for you. But yeah, coconut oil is cool. So also when I'm going to do those videos going forward, I'm going to use a scale of how good this product is. So it's going to be a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is a really, really bad product for you, which has like parabens or phthalates or whatever was on my list. 10 is going to be a product that's so organic and so good for you that you could actually eat it and it wouldn't matter. It's that good. It's you can eat it or you can put it on your skin, same difference. This one's a 10 because you can also use it to cook. Alright, next one that I found I could keep was this. So it's Neil Yard's Remedies. It's a British brand that is really cool and organic. Most of it. I found some shampoo with sodium lauryl sulfate at their shop, so you still have to read the label even if you're in an organic shop. Anywho, rose body cream. As you know, I love everything that smells of rose. This one smells amazing. And I use it as just a body cream when I don't know, my legs are dry or something. I just put some on them, and it's really good. This is not one that you could eat. It contains some stuff that isn't entirely organic, but it doesn't have any of the nasty chemicals that make you sick. So I would say this is a 7, for example. Okay, next one is also a really good product. It's Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This one was given to me by my mom, and I didn't touch it for maybe a year because it comes with this, and I'm a klutz. And so handling this kind of product ends in catastrophe for me usually. But now that I realized that it's one of the only things I can actually use, I've started using it, and my skin loves it. I just put it at night. It's an oil, and my skin is so dry it just sucks it up like a sponge, and in the morning I wake up and it's amazing. So yeah, I love this product. I would say it's an 8 in terms of what's in it, but definitely no nasty chemicals in this one. The next one that I found is surprisingly this. It's so fashionable, and everybody has one of these. And you find it at Boots or whatever mainstream drugstore, and so you wouldn't expect this to be actually chemical free, but it is. It's a very good little product. It smells amazing, and it's it's a very good lip balm. So this I found that I could continue using it. And I think that one's also an 8 because there's barely any chemicals in it. It's pretty much like all shea butter and stuff like that. It's edible, I think. Next one is this blush that I bought at CVS on a whim, and it was an excellent idea. It was before all this, but I realized that I could keep it because it's actually quite good. It's the Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc-free in color Natural. Which I find is a really nice blush. It just gives you a little bit of a healthy glow. It's not over the top. It's very nice. As you can see, I've barely used it because I had all my MAC blushes and the other stuff that I really liked. So I rarely used it. But now that it's the only blush I can use, I'm realizing how good a blush it is, and I'm using it every day. I really like it. Right, next one is something a bit niche. I don't know if you'll care or not, but it's a little bit of a lipstick, but not really. It's more like a balm with a bit of a tint. It's not as scary as it looks. It's when it goes on, it's more like a lip glossy. It's more like a tinted lip balm, if you will. So it doesn't look as scary as that. It's called Couvrance. It's a French brand. It's by the brand Aven, which is a thermal spring, and they make beauty products. Yeah, it's quite good. I mean, at the moment it's the only lipstick that I can use, so I'm getting a bit tired of it. But when I start having more options and I don't have to use it every single day, I'm sure I will like it a lot better. And then last but not least, my beloved eyeliner. It's the Physicians Formula eye booster 2-in-1 lash boosting eyeliner and serum. I love this stuff. It's a pen, which you would think would dry in 2 weeks, but it doesn't. It lasts for a month, and it's as it's a pen, it's super easy to apply eyeliner. It goes on really thin and really dark. And it also makes your lashes grow, so I was sure this was going to be you know, one for the bin, but it isn't. It's actually free of the chemicals that I have on my list, so I'm very happy to report that I can keep this one. And so that's it. Unfortunately, the 7 products that I could keep out of my whole stash. But I hope you found this video interesting. There will be many more coming, because when I start finding a good foundation, for example, or things that I can actually recommend to you guys, I will let you know how I found it, where I found it, how much it cost, which websites I found it on, how it compared to the other organic foundations out there, and this sort of thing. And I will do this with every category of product that I end up replacing. So I think it's going to be an exciting series of videos. Don't worry, they will not be only that. I'll also talk about other things, but hopefully you found this interesting, and I look forward to seeing you in more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!